Hey, what's up? It's Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd. Thanks for all your patience. If you were nice enough to wait around for that, had definitely had some technical issues. My new antivirus software, for some reason, doesn't want to let my webcam go to the internet, which is kind of makes some sense. Um, oh, hold on, I got a message here. And that was weird. Plus, my wife was she's at work. Um, there's a lot of flooding going on in my area right now. I'm actually gonna let me know if this gets too loud, but it was sounding a little quiet last time. Um, so a lot of flooding going on in my area right now. She works at a resort, so she can stay there. So she's been staying there, and that just means it's just me putting the kiddo to bed. Kiddo didn't really want to go to bed, not like in a mean way, just in a very energetic way. So scrambled to get here at the last second. We got here. Appreciate everybody who did show up at various points. Headless Hammerhead is in the house. Preston, Cyclotron, Starset, who is an honorary star of the show. In this case, Comic Journey in the house. So I'm feeling mostly better. The weird thing about it, I talked about it a little bit. I won't go over it too much, but kind of let some people filter in here too. Mostly I'm better, but it's not like a cold. If you don't know, I'm getting over COVID. Mostly it's like a cold. That's what it felt like a flu cold though, like not like common head cold. A little intense for one day or two, but it hasn't really like gone away. It's just kind of been hanging around, and that's the weirdest part about all this. So, like I would expect at this point, if this was like a regular sickness, I would expect to like get better and better every day. That has not been happening. But I'm not like in rough shape or anything like that, so it's fine for the most part. Yes, the picture's smaller. I'm doing this border thing. I don't have to do that. I kind of liked it because the thing is on StreamYard, which is what I'm using, it's a lower resolution. I'm actually gonna see if I can get rid of it. That's probably better. Not sure if I love the whole StreamYard thing. It seems to be a little laggier. Hopefully it looks all right. Hopefully it sounds okay. Collector P in the house. What's up, man? So this is going to be a little bit of a different kind of show. This isn't my weekly live show or anything like that. I don't have like a bunch of topics to talk about or whatever. If you guys want to talk about stuff, throw it in the chat. We can hang out a little bit and talk a little bit. The main two things I'm trying to do with the show is Starset Comics is in the chat there. Sent me an AOK. And this, by the way, not the first AOK he sent me. It was supposed to be the last. He decided to send me one extra one on top of all this, which is just incredible. He's blown me away with these AOKs. He blew me away so much that I decided to start doing a little bit more proactive giveaway in the community. And that's when I started the hashtag comic karma challenge, I guess you could call it, or whatever. So I'm going to unbox his AOK. He's been, I'm going to say, threatening to send me for a while as a joke. He was talking about it coming. We were waiting for CGC, so we know it's slab related. And he was waiting for CGC to send it. I think at one point we were hoping by Christmas, and then at one point we were hoping by New Year's, and then the Postal Service happened. And so it kind of arrived when it arrived. Totally fine. It's that time of year. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do the giveaway for the Comic Karma giveaway, which is a giveaway for somebody who did the challenge and left a Comic Karma hashtag on my channel. And if they followed the rules correctly, it's also a giveaway for another channel. So that could be pretty exciting. Comic Journey says it freaking lingers for a while. I'm still not at 100% myself. Hope you kick its ass soon. Yeah, I'd say I'm like at 80 to 85% probably. I definitely, I don't like to get into all the shit about all that stuff, but I wish I'd gotten my booster before I got it. I was like basically doing. I was like, holidays, it's busy. I'll go ahead and get it afterwards. I wish I'd gotten it before. Mark, hey, how's it going? Hey, Christopher, aka Bronze Age Nerd. Yeah, it's Christopher with a K. I'm just saying that because I just can. That's if you ever wonder why there's a K there, it's for Christopher. What's up, Za Collector? I watched your other live show. Nice. I think I'm pretty good for the most part. I'm just doing all the normal stuff and staying hydrated, and I've been taking vitamin D and zinc and all that stuff too. I was taking vitamin D before I got sick. I'm sure there's maybe some other special stuff you could do, but none of it. I'm way over the worst of it. I appreciate that, but I'm way over the worst of it. Like about a week ago, I was doing pretty bad, but just been trying to, full steam ahead. So I really want to unbox the AOK. But I will quickly go over what I've got for the prizes so far for people. So Starset actually sent this, and I mean, he sent it to me. I decided to give it away. I think that's the right thing to do with it. So this copy of GI Joe 21, it's a newsstand. It's a mid grade, like totally. It's going to go to another channel. So if you commented correctly and had another channel entered in your comment, which is the only way you'll win, I'm going to stick to that. Then I'm going to send this to another channel, and they can give it away or do whatever they want with it. And then this big old freaking box of comics here is what the other the person who commented is going to win. And I'll show you some of what's in here. Now, it's not completely full yet. I may add some more stuff. But I got just kind of some random stuff that I thought was cool. Black Panther, Stormbreakers, you'll get that. Copy of Uncanny X-Men 250. Some of these were comics that I was given. Some are comics that I bought. Some are comics that I thought were cool. Fantastic Four, 50 years. That's like a 80-page book or something. Got nose tickles. Art Germ, Demon Days. Hey, what's up, Joffrey? G.I. Joe, it's the First Sergeant Slaughter. I'm going to give this away. Piper Rudick signed. May 4th, Economics and Comics. But this is one of the ones she actually signed, so I got it from her site. Second print, ASM 55. That is second print, right? Yeah, second print. Robin 1, couple keys in there. A couple first appearances, I should say. Sweet Dynamite Virgin. Little Heroes Reborn trading card action, Mark Bagley. And let's see, some Nyx, NYX, Virgin FOC. Also, that's not really an FOC, I don't think, but Virgin variant. Some Sheena. Get some Queen of the Jungle in there. Department of Truth. This is like the air printing. Nightwing 72, which is an early Punchline. Gambit, because I love some Gambit. Get him in there. Civil War II Hulk variant. Free Comic Book Day, Spider-Man Venom. Just an old DC comic book. Try to get some more DC in there. Infinity Inc. Try to get some older stuff too. Another Stormbreakers cover. And this is Marvel's one. This is the variant. This was hot for a minute. A couple of first appearances in there. And so, like I said, that's not everything. I got room for like 2 or 3 more comics in here. So you're gonna get some extra stuff too. If I happen to know something about the person that wins, I will try to tailor it to them a little bit. But that's what the prize winner is gonna get. And depending on the channel that wins too, the other channel that you guys nominate, I might throw in some other stuff too. But hopefully they like that G.I. Joe. Hopefully that, they can keep it, of course, or whatever, but I hope maybe they want to pass it on to somebody else. I think that'd be fun. So the box I'm gonna do the unboxing for from Starset here in a second came in a CGC box. So in the description of this video, what I've done is, hopefully that sounds okay. In the description of this video, what I did was I added his IG page, his Instagram page. So go ahead and go give him a follow on IG. He sent me this AOK. I don't know what it is. He's been dropping some hints, that I've been paying close attention to. So I don't know what it is. I'm really excited to tear into it. But please go follow his IG page. Real exciting stuff for him, for me. I'm excited. He just got approved to sell on Whatnot. So if you guys are on Whatnot, follow his IG page. On his profile bio, he has a link out to his Whatnot page. So go give him a follow there too, please. If you're so inclined, I'd really appreciate it if you do that. I think he definitely deserves it. I have a referral link for Whatnot down below where you can do the save 10% thing too. You can follow me on Whatnot. I'd love to start selling on there as well. But let's go follow Starset. Hey, Johnny, what's up? Yeah, hopefully it's a pretty good mommy. Wow. Love it, man. How's it going, Joe Free? Yeah, I hope there's some good books in here. Hope some people like it. Yeah, I kind of got off of it for a while, like, because I couldn't with Christmas or anything going on. But I definitely be checking out Starset's. He's a really awesome dude. I mean, he's just the fact that he's sent me some amazing stuff. It's been really nice getting to know him, through chatting and stuff. This is not like a sponsored thing. I'm not like saying this for any other kind of reason. I just think he's an awesome person in the community. I'd appreciate it if you guys go follow him. If you're watching on the rewind, go check him out too. Maybe you missed his first show or something by then, but hey, you might still make it in time. And then I'm sure he'll do more, of course. And he's been doing stuff with My Sin City Venom, kind of like, helping him out behind the scenes or like off camera or whatever on his Whatnots. And I've bought from some of those Whatnots. So if you guys have been watching my Wednesday live shows where I show my new comic book hauls and stuff, some of those came from My Sin City Venom, which is kind of like somebody he's partnered up with. And now he's going to be doing his own Whatnots. I've also picked up some stuff from his eBay store too. So I've tried to support him, and I think we all should too. So that said, Whatnot is scary. Yeah. Oh, wow. So you definitely should go follow him. So I'm going to kind of slowly get into this thing. He said it's packed well, of course. So might not get in here anytime real soon. So I may as well start unboxing it. Apologize for any like bubble wrap sounds or whatever ahead of time. There's only so much I can do. Yeah, so it's been flooding around here a lot, which is scary. I'm not normally in a major flood area. So yeah, my wife's stuck up at her work. Luckily, she was able to get a room at her work, her employment, which is good. but I know everybody's, you know, a little nervous around here. Jeez. Guys are spending some dough on Whatnot. I try see for Whatnot. My thing that I tend to go for are like the books that no one's bidding on. It's like, all right, well, if you guys are going to give that thing away for $1, I'll bid on it, and then I might chase it a little bit. Want to make sure everything in here is appropriate to read. And it's not for YouTube. So he just sent a little note that I kind of scanned real quick, and I'm going to read in detail later. But all right, we got some stuff in here for sure. J Chimp says you got to be careful and know what comics are actually worth, or you'll end up spending more because of the hype of the lives having fun. People spending double, triple for So Whatnot definitely goes both ways. Straight up, when I'm watching a Whatnot auction, I have eBay up on another tab, and I'm checking sold listings. And you know, sometimes I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this tape. Sometimes I don't know about you guys, but like if I'm watching Whatnot and I've already picked up a comic from that seller or whatever, and I know that's only gonna be an extra $1 or $2 for shipping, I might go a little bit higher. But for the most part, I'm very careful to not, you know, overspend or anything like that. Okay, so this one says open me first. So this thing came from Nevada and went to Virginia before coming back here too. So it's been on a journey around the country. Thanks, Silver Scorpion. I appreciate it. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I'm about to see what's in here. I'm about to unbox. Let me see if I can do it this way without seeing. Holy shit. Oh, I thought he was kidding about this. Oh my God. He sent me a picture of this. I didn't think he was like, "Hey, you like this?" Wow. 7.5, man. That's crazy. If you guys don't know, that is the first appearance of Sauron. Wow. Okay. That's really cool. Okay. I thought he was kind of just teasing me on that one. Like, because he kept, you know, kind of teasing me to watch what he had coming up. Fuck. Thank you, dude. Man, it's crazy. I've actually never seen this comic in the wild either. Kind of a funny thing. You know what? That's not true. Back when I was like, man, at my like childhood comic store that closed down, unfortunately, LB's Comics. I think when I was in their first location, they had 2 locations. Like they moved or whatever. I think when I was about 9 or 10, I think I might have seen one of these on their wall. I am not 9 or 10 anymore. So that is cool, man. Thank you. Jeez, if that was the open me first. Wow, I'm already speechless. This one says, hey, I hope this makes your day. Open last. Turn me over on the other side. Wow. Starset, my day is already made, dude. Like that. This could be a Turok #1, and I'd be ecstatic. man. Okay, I'm going to see if I can kind of somewhat not tell what this is. All right. So as soon as I show it up to the screen here, I'll see what it is. But actually, so here's what I'll do. I'll look off this way. I shouldn't be able to see anything. So you guys know what it is, and I don't. I see out of my peripheral here, I see some kind of an older ad. Oh my God. Dude. Holy shit, man. Dude, I'm speechless, dude. Oh my God, dude. Thank you. That's incredible, man. That's, dude. That, I have no words, man. Like, there's, yeah, probably not a surprising story, but like, as an X-Men fan, there's certain books now in this point in my life where I was like, well, I'm just never going to own that now. Like X-Men 1, X-Men 94, they're just, yeah, X-Men 94 you could get in a lower grade. But obviously as an X-Men fan, I'm a huge Wolverine fan. And I never thought I'd own the first appearance of Wolverine. At this point, I thought I waited too long. And that means a lot to me. And you know, in before, Hulk 181 or whatever, I mean, you could say whatever you want. And I'm on record, literally on record as saying, this is the first appearance of Wolverine. And that might be his first appearance in full, whatever. He's on the first cover, of course. A poster right up there of that. And yeah, that's a fantastic comic, but this is his first appearance, and I'm a stickler for that. To own this comic, I did not expect that. Yeah, first time I'm gonna tear up on the show for sure. Oh God. So sorry guys. Did not expect that. It's been a roller coaster, and that this just hit me at a left field. So guys, for me, if you could do me one favor, if as a comic collector, that you must know how cool it is to be holding these two books that someone just sent you. If you could do me a huge favor and go follow Starset Comics on IG, go be part of his whatnot, and you don't have to do this, but I would appreciate it. Be like me, and be spreading the word on that show for a long time. I would appreciate that. And I will definitely be doing that and be part of that live show. Might have to pick up some stuff for him too, and kind of help out if the bidding's not going well or whatever, right? Like that's incredible. So I'm so sorry. I know this is like terrible TV or whatever. I'm like literally speechless. I did not expect anything approaching something like that. That's just remarkable. So yeah, all I can say is absolutely thank you. Thank you for loving comics, and thank you for showing me the value of what spreading some of that comic karma around can do. I'm definitely a bigger believer in that after today too. So, yeah, I don't. Do I have a mod in the chat that can take care of the freaking Russians? The Russians want some of this action. Sorry, let me get caught up on chats here. Yeah, absolutely. It is a big boy book. Absolutely. And by the way, welcome to the show, Azores. George, it is gold for sure. Star set. Yeah, tears showed up. 100%. Hopefully I got Sicko caught up there. Yeah, it's the first appearance of Wolverine. Some people saying cameo. But it's first appearance of Wolverine. This iconic day. Yeah, it's first time in a while, man. Birth of daughter for sure. That's funny, man. Economics and Comics, you didn't get to see it. So Starset Comics just sent me the first appearance of Wolverine in a 3.5 CGC custom label. Not only that, not if that wasn't enough, he also sent me the first Sauron in a 7.5, which is crazy. Sorry about the glare, doing my best there. So a couple of the most fantastic AOKs you could ever hope for. Man, I'm speechless. The only possible way I can follow this up, guys, is by giving away some comics. And I think that in the spirit of this, let's do it, right? God, that is incredible. Yeah, I absolutely know why you were tracking so hard. You made the comment about like, at least I insured it. And I'm like, well, okay, that's good. I'm glad I got insured. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Wow. That's just yeah, again, speechless. Okay, let me pull up my video comment picker so I can do a giveaway of my own. To comment picker. So as I'm doing that, I know we just got done with the holidays. Did you guys get anything cool for Christmas that's comics related or anything? Or did you give anything cool for Christmas that was comics book related as well? That's another question. Man, I feel like my internet is struggling. Wow. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow on Whatnot there, man. Yeah, and also since he's in the house, and he's been a very generous person too. Also, Economics and Comics has a Whatnot coming up as well. He finally got on Whatnot, and we'll be doing a show, I believe, Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Nice. That's cool. That sounds cool. I bet you my daughter would love that. I mean, I would too, but she's prime in the nightlight phase. So go give him a follow, and then also Buddy Collectibles, Buddy McKinley, who you see on the channel pretty often, or you see him over on Economics and Comics. He's doing a Whatnot as well. So give him a follow too, guys. Get the URL here. God dang, I did not expect to get hit that hard. Whew. Okay. Okay, let me share this. Yeah, I'm still sick, dude. I was just saying earlier, I'm like 85% over it, but but it has like long legs on it. Like that's the thing, is it doesn't just like go away. Like if I had a cold or even when I've had the flu, which I've only had a couple times in my life, I think. It sort of, like it fades, right? Like, you'll have that day you're like, oh, I'm feeling pretty much better. Maybe you're hacking stuff up, and then you kind of get better each day after that. This kind of just has stayed the same for the last 3 or 4 days, which is annoying. So key here is Comic Karma. Allow duplicates. I'm going to allow duplicates. I think that's the right way to do that. So this is the link that's for my Comic Karma giveaway video that I did. Loaded 31 comments. So let's pick a winner. My attempt here is I want to do this 3 times. I can't remember if this one will let me re-roll. So let's just see if that works. Okay, there is no re-roll option. So I am going to go with that. If it had like this roll again kind of thing, I would have went with that too. But I think DC Irish is a very deserving winner for a Comic Karma giveaway. By the way, he's doing a giveaway right now as well. So here's the thing about this giveaway, guys. DC Irish is going to win that pack of comics. Congratulations, DC Irish. I'm very glad that you're a winner of that contest. And he says, Comic Karma with a comic bookworm, meet the artist Ryan, oh boy, Adagawa episode, the shorter of the 2 posted. He's a super nice dude who loves comics. So we're going to go to, now he did have to do one thing here, and let's make sure he did it right. Internet struggling. Comic bookworm. And we'll highlight this channel a little bit. Hang on, I got to do a weird thing here. The way that I don't like the way they do this, where you have to like share a new tab, and I don't want to share my whole, because I have this widescreen monitor. Every time I share my screen, it looks really weird. So I just have to do this. It's not that hard, I guess. There we go. So here is a comic bookworm. I am going to subscribe to a comic bookworm, and then I'm going to click on his channel. Go to videos. Let's eat some comics. Just kidding. Maybe it's funny. I don't know. Well, I'll have to watch it later. I'm a subscriber now. Meet the artist Ryan Adagawa. And you said the shorter of the 2 videos. I'm assuming that's this one. And I want to play somebody else's video on my channel, so I'm going to pause that as soon as it kind of catches up with me here. Let's give that a like. And oh, he did it. He did it correctly. Just entered you in a Bronze Age Nerds contest with this hashtag. Think you deserve the win with all the work you put into your channel. Keep it up. Love it. Love it. Okay, and then let's reply. You shortly collect your prize. Leave it at that. We'll see how that goes. Cool. Well, I think that's a channel that's very deserving there. Let's see. 1 out of 10. How bad? Yeah, I'm like a 2 now, probably. Like at the worst day of COVID for me, I had a fever of like 101, which isn't isn't crazy terrible or whatever. But this never. I'm a really warm-blooded guy, really hot. And you could say, oh, he's a fat guy. Of course, he's always hot. Even when I was skinny, skinnier, or at least much skinnier, I still ran really warm. And that day, and kind of since then, I've been really cold. Like under 5 blankets with a heating pad on, still cold for like 3 hours. If you know me, that is insane. So that was the time I was kind of like freaking out. About 36 hours, my last but my fever broke, and I was feeling pretty decent after that. I don't know, dude. If I release my video first, you won't have to. Let's put it that way. So yeah, DC Irish is doing a giveaway right now as well. Go check out his latest giveaway video. And go check out Comic Journey too. Comic Journey is another guy who doesn't get a lot of love on YouTube, unfortunately. He also tried to not get a lot of love on YouTube by doing an anti-thing, and then he had COVID and he went away for a couple weeks. So no, he has to dance. It literally has to dance like an actual monkey. That's part of it. Cowabunga fam, what's up, dude? Thank you. I appreciate that. As if you haven't done enough today, Star said. My wife and I brought the new year in with COVID as well. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, you know, I'm not going to get into the huge thing about this, but having been vaccinated, I think helped. Like I said, I wish I'd had the booster before I got sick. I just kind of slept on it for a couple weeks. I mean, I was just barely like at the 6-month mark or whatever. Hey, right on. Welcome to the show. See, Comic Journey is a big believer in reverse psychology. So definitely go follow him, is what he's saying. He needs your love and attention, guys. Good God. So Windows has this fucking like weather at a glance thing. It's in the bottom right corner of the screen now. My computer, I get within 5 inches of that thing and it goes nuts. When I was working at the hospital during COVID, we were recommended taking vitamin C, D, dink, you know, standard mineral there, zinc, calcium, magnesium to boost immune system. Yeah, so yeah, I've been taking most of that stuff. I don't take calcium, but I don't take magnesium either. I used to. Fucking pills are massive, but I take the other stuff. I don't really think like C, I don't really take that often, I guess. But I do take, okay. So basically what I'm saying is I take D and zinc. That's right. Effing YouTube. I don't know what YouTube did, but did it buffer or something? I don't know. So yeah, guys, now we're just kind of hanging out. Now we're hanging out. I'm not necessarily going to do like some huge long show or whatever. Don't worry. Don't worry. But yeah, so I'll be sending off DC Irish's comics to him pretty soon. A little surprised he wasn't able to make it in, but hey, you know, it is Friday night. I know he is also under the weather. And then we'll have some other future giveaways here coming up, it sounds like. I do have another slab from Dangerous Waters Comics I'll be giving away on my next live show. So I'll have one more 9/8 slab to give away for that. Is IFG Insta fucking Graham? Because that'd be pretty great. Yeah, it's like Comic Journey and New Comic Journey. Okay, I hadn't planned on talking about this, but I'm vamping for time here until somebody asks a question or something. So I had a weird interaction with a seller. I talked about this on my Discord. By the way, I have a Discord link in the description below. You can check that out too. There's all kinds of fun shit down in that description. Looks like Azor's Tiger was finding some of it. I think he's followed me on Twitter and followed me on Whatnot and stuff now. So he's awesome. Also, I gotta follow him back actually on Whatnot now. I'm trying to get the Whatnot thing going. I'm trying to do sales on Whatnot too. I got enough stuff I could sell. I need to make some room. You know, I got some cool shit I could sell too. Oh, cool. Good seller coming on in a few minutes called Captain_Electric if you want to give him a try. Yeah, check it out, guys. I'm gonna take any recommendations from Starset. I mean, he's got good taste. With the recent interaction I had, so somebody was selling. You guys know I'm working on an X-Men run. I'm an X-Men fan. I'm pointing at the new Sauron that I have in my collection, which is fantastic. For the X-Men run, not to mention the first Wolverine. So I'm seeing this guy, and I'm not going to say his name, but I'm seeing him post like lots of X-Men comics, and he posted up like something like some things fell through DM. I have like most issues over 300 available to like 400 or whatever. And I'm trying to work on my X-Men run. So I hit him up through DM and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for like anything from like 311 to like 380 basically. Even though, for my real run, I'm really only going up to 300 is kind of it. But shit, man. If I can get a bunch of those later like nothing X-Men comics, why not? Especially if they're all unbroken run, pick them all up at the same time. Why not? I missed a couple. Like there's the search for Xavier, the hunt for Xavier or whatever. There's the Magneto War. There's some kind of cool shit in there. And he fires back like, hey, sorry, somebody picked up, like 3 whatever through 350. I was like, that's fine. Not really looking for the 351 through 380 that you're offering or whatever as much. He sent me a link to a listing he had for those where he's asking like $65. And I said, hey, I'm not really looking for those as much. Would you take 55? And he says like, no, I'm pretty firm on the price, something like that. They're all bagged and boarded and they're all in VF or better condition. And he said like a couple other things too about like, oh, and I'm shipping them and everything. And I was like, no, that's cool, dude. I think I literally said, okie dokie, thank you. That's all I said. I was trying to be nice. And he comes back with like, ha, so I guess that's a no. And I was like, I wasn't trying to be rude. I just, I'm not interested at that price or something like that. That's all I said. In my mind, I'm thinking like he's asking 65. I think that's pretty high for those comics. But I was willing to do 55. And by the way, the only reason I was willing to do 55 on the offer is because I know the price of shipping that much stuff. Even if you ship medium mail, it'd still be like $8 or $10. And you know what? I mean, like that's just how I felt about it. That's the offer I sent. And then, he doesn't reply. He sees the message on Instagram. He doesn't reply. Whatever. And then he makes a post. He posts like a meme. Because I don't want anybody to like obviously know who this guy is. I'm not even gonna say what the meme is. He posts a meme about a cheap skate kind of thing, and then he says, for fuck's sake, like, don't DM me making offers of like $10 less than I'm asking for. I'm firm on these prices. And I was just like, I didn't reply. I didn't make a message to it or anything like that. But in my head, I'm like, so at the end of his message, he also says, if you guys want to, if you read this and you want to make me an offer and save $5, go ahead and claim on that comment and write $5 off or whatever. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. In my head, and again, I didn't say this to him. I'm not going to. Wait a minute. So why didn't you just offer me $60 for the lot? I probably would have taken it. Instead, you had to go off and really like make like this passive aggressive like post or whatever. And you could argue I'm being passive aggressive talking about it right now, but it was an adventure and comics collecting kind of thing. So I shared out my Discord. We talked about it a little bit. I felt a little vindicated. Everybody was like, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, like perfectly within this guy's rights to like not accept my offer. Of course. That's fine. But I was respectful about it. I didn't come back at him and be like, how about $20 for everything? Like, I made 15% less than he was asking for, expecting like a counter offer or something. So anyways, it was just kind of a weird deal. What's up, Headless? Do you need any Uncanny X-Men in the mid to high hundreds? Yes, I have a list. If I'll send it to you, but I have, if you guys are ever wondering, um, I have a list, like a Google Sheets file where I'm tracking my progress that I have available to everybody. So you can, track my progress and see where I'm at. And it's not fully updated, but you know what? Let's have a little fun here. It's not fully updated because it's the holidays. I didn't get around to updating the last couple things on it, but I will. And part of that I'll do with you guys. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Why not? We're at the firmly in the fucking around phase. Share Chrome tab. Click this and go back and add it to the stream. So I think if I do this, does that make it easier for you guys to see? Yeah. So right now, basically if it's red in this need column, I don't have it. Big surprise. I don't have an X-Men 1. If it's green, I have it. So, you can see like when you get to 100 is kind of where I start to actually have a decent amount of stuff. If I, I'll have a 2 there if I have 2 copies of it or whatever. So I have, you're talking about stuff in the hundreds. You said mid to high hundreds. So yeah, like 157, 159, 160, 181, 182, 183, 190, 195 are the ones I think I still need. I'll make sure to update that pretty soon here. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, dude. 100%. 100%. I never paid you for that book, by the way, the one you're talking about. So, wow, it's not a fucking secret. So Comic Journey's doing a sketch for me. He did a one of metaphorical, one of his auctions, and he did a sketch cover on there for a Marvel Comics 1000, and I asked for a Cyclops sketch. I asked for a Cyclops and Jean, but just Cyclops is all I need. Give me the Cyclops. And he's been very busy, but eventually he'll send that over and we'll show that off when he does, and be nice about his artwork because he's actually a very good artist, I think. It's also in the Discord. Yes, it is. So you're leaning into the Canadian. I like it. We're your friends, not like the others. And yeah, I do have a list of, like, if you're curious about like other stuff I'm looking for. And no, the point of this stuff is not to send me stuff. The point is, a lot of people actually like to hunt for comics. And if you find some of these, and they're at a price that I'm interested in, I will buy them from you, and I will send you stuff in return if you want stuff in return for trade or whatever. Or if you're just curious to do like this, like to follow along on my X-Men run, and you want to see my progress. Like I have a thing up here. So for the 1 through 300, gosh dang it, I wish I would stop doing that. 1 through 300, I'm at 51% of the entire run of 1 to 300. From 1 to 544, which is the whole volume 1, I'm at 30%. And you can see like in the 200s is kind of pretty good in the 200s. And you can see like after 300, it really trails off. Like I have a few. I love 350. 350 is such a cool comic, underrated comic. But yeah, so this is like where that guy was like, oh, I have 351 through 380. I was like, fuck yeah, man. But that's the other thing too. He said they're all in VF condition. Dude, comics from like the mid to late 90s in VF condition, like don't brag about that. Like it's fine. I don't care because for me they're run fillers. I literally don't care. If the price is right, I will buy any comic on this list in any condition. I'm not going to overspend on it or whatever, but I will. You should totally. Hey, GT Keys in the house. What's up? Anyway, so that's my list of my X-Men run I'm working on, and then I have I have another list. I like lists. I'm a list guy. Log into that real fast. If you guys want to see what shit we're looking for. I don't know how much longer I'll be on, but why not? How you doing, man? This is so many clicks I got to do just to get this up here. That's what she said. All right, and again, I got to do one of those. And then, yeah, you can be able to see that. So this is kind of the list of comics that I'm looking for. It's not the huge keys or anything like that. It's just kind of like more minor stuff, like Airboy 5, Alpha Flight 51. Probably one of the bigger keys on here is ASM 124, First Man Wolf. Babylon 5, #1. A couple Daredevil. I added some Daredevil stuff. I've neglected Daredevil for a long time. G.I. Joe 22, G.I. Joe 60, that's on there. Probably won't be for much longer. Some Marvel Tales, nothing big. Some Supergirl. And if you guys are curious what I've looked for that's crossed off this list, there you go. Part of the reason I mention this is it's not just a BS. I'm going to do a video pretty soon, actually, of how to make a list for comic hunting. So the idea here is, the last year I did the top pickups of 2021, and next year, this 2022, I'm going to have, follow-up video comics I got in 2022. And I've changed my style of buying comic books. I made like kind of a New Year's resolution or whatever. I've done a couple FOC orders this year, and we're only a couple weeks in. But I'm really gonna try to cut down on the FOC stuff, and I'm gonna focus more on, hey, that money that I would have spent on FOC comics, put some of it towards like the comics on that list I just showed you, or the X-Men list, and then I'm gonna take the other half of the money that I would have spent every month, and I'm going to put it in towards an X-Men 1. So that's going to take a long time, obviously. But if I keep with it and I just keep saving up that money, eventually I can pull the trigger on a super low grade, hopefully, is the idea. And then I can work on, X-Men 94, or I can work on X-Men 101, that kind of stuff. Some of the more expensive books that I don't have already from the run. Sweet, dude. Yeah, and look, I'm just a fan, so I'm trying not to like buy high grade stuff. Like I'd love high grade stuff, but I don't need it. It's one of those things where it's like if it's like a random issue and it's $5 for a 9+ copy, but it's $2 for a 2.0 copy, I'll get the higher grade copy, sure. But try not to go crazy. Mark's trying to cut down on the New Comic Book Day instant gratification. Yeah, because the thing is, like, here's the deal about New Comic Book Day, and I'm kind of I'll kind of think out loud a bit about how I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna kind of couch it as like, hey, stop buying comic books in some ways. This is probably not gonna be the title or anything like that, but kind of a theory, kind of like that. Like, look, I can read anything that comes out new comic book wise and trades when they come out. I don't actually do that, but a lot of people do. Or I can read digitally, and I do that. And so owning the floppies doesn't really matter. Now, the difference is I like to play in the spec game. I like to play like, hey, I think this book's going to blow up when it comes out. I had that feeling about that Timeless cover. I had that feeling about, a couple other things that have come out over the kind of recent times. I'm not going to like try to give you a list of my wins or whatever. I am not the spec guy on YouTube. I'm kind of the anti-spec guy on YouTube for the most part, but I like to play. when it comes to FOC books, because your buy-in is less than cover price. So I like to play that game. And I've decided, like, okay, if I feel really strongly about a book, something like the Superman Son of Kal-El, where the bisexual reveal came out. If I felt strongly about a book like that, maybe I'd order 20 copies of it or something instead of 1 or 2, but then I would order nothing else. So that's kind of where I'm going to switch over to. Of course, I'm a comic book fan. If I see some, like this week on FOC, I did FOC over at economicsandcomics.com for my stuff this week, and there was like a Cyclops Gwen cosplay cover that I thought was really cool. Well, I'm gonna get that. That's pretty sweet. But I've been doing spec buying and like just kind of cover buying or whatever you want to call it over the last year and a half, and I don't love a lot of those books anymore. Part of why I want to sell and whatnot. And I think that I can kind of pass on some of that wisdom to some other people. Not everybody's going to listen to that message, because a lot of people are like, "Hey, don't fucking tell me to slow down." And I get that. I get that. But I do try to pass on like the logic that I apply towards the collecting hobby, because if I feel like it's going to help me out, I feel like it's going to help somebody else out too, right? So that's kind of the idea. Comic Journey, I'm doing a similar run, so I compiled a bunch of doubles while buying bundles. Yeah, I sold off some of my doubles I bought doing something kind of like that. Probably too early, but again, I just was tired of. I have too many comics now. I need to get rid of a bunch of them. There's a clear difference between ones that are like personal collection and ones that are like long-term hold spec books, and then there's a bunch of stuff in between. I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need it. Starset says spec buying is how I really got into selling. Yeah, okay. It led me to what I loved, which is now paying off. A lot of Star Wars. Yeah. And I know you're an ASM fan, right? You're working on a Spider-Man run. And it's funny because like I like Spider-Man a lot. I like, there's some great Spider-Man stories. But never really collected a bunch of Spider-Man. Like there's a couple different times in my life where I was on the Spider-Man run. And I have a bunch of Spidey stuff from like the 90s or whatever that I sold when I sold most of my collection, 4 or 5 years ago now. 4 years ago, I think. And a bunch of that stuff. And none of that stuff was really worth anything, because it was from like the post, kind of right after Larson. Like, of course I got into it a little late. And stuff was all right. Like, so Cardiac like was a big thing I liked. I liked Cardiac. I actually have a first appearance of Cardiac, which is also a first Cletus Cassidy off getting graded right now. So you're a Silver Spidey guy mostly? Yeah, because you're okay, cool. See, Silver Age Spidey, I think you could I think it's one of the better investments right now is buying up Silver Age Spidey at whatever price you can get it at. That's cool. Just like Silver Age X-Men, like I'm any Silver Age X-Men I see that I can get my hands on. Like you guys saw, I picked up. All right, let me show that off real fast. Oh, I was talking about My Sin City Venom. Here's a couple pops I won from My Sin City Venom. I won like the wheel, won that 11 glow in the dark, and this Turtles Splinter one. Not a big pop guy. There's like literally like 2 or 3 pops I want, so I'm probably gonna sell these. But that was really cool prizes to win. So if you already watched my live show, this is kind of repeat. But this filling in runs like this X-Men 50. Like I don't care what grade it's in. It's a 5.0 and it's restored. So a guy was moving and he sold this for like less than you could buy that for raw. I was like, hell yeah. I mean, like, why not? Like it's some light color touch on the cover. I can't even spot it wherever it's at. I don't care. Like, that doesn't bother me at all. Um, the problem with me is I spec sometimes, but I'm a hoarder. And that's the other thing too. I'm gonna do a couple videos on that too, like the hoarding. It's a real problem for a lot of comic book collectors. I've been there before. I'm there right now. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. That's why I want to do Whatnot and sell some stuff. Yeah, they got here safe for sure. He did a good job packing those. Hey guys, Cop Rage Babe in the house. We were just talking about you earlier. You're stuck away from home, which sucks. Luckily you're safe and warm in. You better send her digital kisses. Oh, I send her digital kisses. Don't worry. I list and delist all the time. Yeah. Yeah. So some of the videos I have coming up are basically going to be about that. They're going to be about, selling, about selling strategies and like collecting strategies. And I think, I did some stuff 6-8 months ago about that. I wasn't a very big channel. Not very many people probably watch those videos. So I'm gonna kind of reapproach some of those subjects and see what people think about posting them. Since my wife's in the chat, and hopefully she's still watching, she probably had to duck out. So, honey, you want to see what Starset Comics sent me? No big deal here. He sent me a couple comic books. This one is the first appearance of Sauron, X-Men foe, in a 7.5. It's X-Men 60. Super awesome comic book that I was super stoked. I actually didn't expect him to even send that. And then he sent me this. I don't know. I know you're a fan of comic books to a certain extent. I know you're not like a huge comic book person, but have you heard of this Wolverine guy? This is the first appearance of Wolverine. So he sent me that too. God, I'm gonna cry again. Yeah, first appearance of Wolverine in cameo on last page. Also, Wendigo appearance. Can't forget about the Wendigo. I actually really like Wendigo. One of my favorite like villain creature type things. Right. I always like big guy rock'em sock'em fights, like Hulk versus Juggernaut or Hulk versus Wendigo. Yeah, so he sent me a first appearance of Wolverine. So I lost it when I got that. So I'm gonna show that off to you. Yeah, hats exploding. 14,000, man. So yeah, exactly. 14,000. By the way, Pieface, welcome to the show. I didn't see you in chat earlier. Sorry if I missed a message from you at all. So I tell myself it's passion and not hoarding. So I'm thinking about getting a couple filing cabinets, legal size filing cabinets. For it wouldn't hold all the comics I have now, but I'm hoping that if I sell enough, it would hold everything I have now. And because you can store like 2 rows in each drawer. I'm thinking about getting a 4 tall, getting 2 of those. Yeah, absolutely, dude. It got emotional earlier. I'm in a good mood now because of it, so I'm a little less emotional, but still extremely excited. So I'm thinking about storing them that way. But you have 14,000. So how do you store your comic books? Because I was looking at some like posts, storage options. The custom storage stuff that people do is insane, like custom shelving units, all that kind of stuff. The problem is they're mostly made out of wood and they're mostly extremely heavy and you couldn't move them. I'm a renter. Hopefully, probably the next place after this, we're going to hopefully move into a house, but I need to be able to move it. And a filing cabinet full of comic books is going to be really heavy, but you can take the comics out and put them in boxes and it still doesn't weigh 400 pounds like a custom wood shelving unit would. So I was thinking about doing that, the filing cabinet route. But I was looking up all these kinds of storage options, and I keep coming back to that. It's not like sexy, to have a couple filing cabinets, but you can cover them with magnets. You can kind of refinish them and paint them if you wanted to. Seems all right. At least I could put some shit on top of them too. So, anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm curious though, those of you with larger collections or even, relatively respectable collections, what's your storage preference? So let me know. Apparently, I talked everybody out. Oh my god, we're actually gaining viewers. Like last time I looked over, we had less than that. So that's cool. Again, if you guys are down there, this is a live show. There are no super chat prizes tonight or anything like that. But it is super chat capable, and also on top of that, if there's anything you want to ask about, any topics you want to hear me vamp on, or a better word for that than vamp. Vamp for time is something different. Riff on. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Let me know. I mean, I could just sit here and look at this all night. In fact, I probably will. Oh, cool. Right on, Zaw Collector. So you sold the majority of your collection to buy fewer grails, more space. Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm wanting to head. I appreciate that. Very lucky to have a spare room to keep them in. All out in long boxes. Okay, yeah. So when I was younger, like that totally worked with us having a kid and having her room pretty much, her room, right? We store a little bit of stuff in her closet because she doesn't need that much closet space. But other than that, I just don't have a lot of good space. So like my entire closet is full of comic books. I'm trying to downsize that, or at least make it easier to get to them and easier to store. And that's cool. You have the room for it though, for sure. Comic Journey has, I've got a ton of long answers, short boxes, and it's a big cluster. There's a little bit of poetry in there. The long answers, short boxes. So I think you meant long and short boxes, by the way. I understand that. It's just funny. So long and short boxes. Yeah, that's what I had before I sold most of my collection. That's what I had, is like 8 long boxes and like 16 short boxes or something like that. It was a pain in the ass. The thing I got the BCW drawer houses. Shuffling boxes is something I am not missing because I still have to do it a little bit because I have some overflow, but most of my stuff's in drawer boxes and pulling them out. You can't really like pull like you can with the comic drawer boxes or whatever they're called. Those can all pull all the way out and they still hold. These ones you pretty much got to pull the box out, but at least you don't have to like move 3 boxes to get to the one on the bottom, that kind of thing. So Sicko keeps them at his wife's house. I keep mine at my wife's house too. It's just also my house. But yeah, you kind of store them where you can. Comic storage is a thing. It's kind of like the ugly side of comic collecting. Is well, moving comic boxes is kind of the ugly side of comic collecting. So that's definitely something I've noticed. Okay, so don't see a lot of questions coming through, so I'll just kind of recap with what I'm working on, and we'll kind of go from there. Yes, 100%. The pages are like denser or something, even though they're still the same amount. A lot of the gloss on the paper, it's weird. Or I guess because they've dried out a little bit, right? The older books, maybe that's part of it. Holy shit! So Journos just did a video where a guy was selling uh 25,000 comics, and they were in like this warehouse situation where they were like all on these industrial shelves, and they were from the 80s, all of them from the mid 80s, and there'd be like 100 of some issue, like 100 copies of a single issue of like, it was like basically like it looked like a shop's like final month or two of solicitations or whatever, because there'd be like 100 copies of Iron Man, 200 or whatever, next to like 40 copies of, Marvel Tales or whatever came out that month. And it was crazy because you could tell they hadn't been climate controlled, and they've been sitting there probably since the 80s. And so seeing like some of the comics, how they warped and everything, and they were all Like, you don't really see that often. Comics that were all left in one spot, out in the elements, not bagged and boarded. It was kind of cool. I recommend checking that video out. It made me cringe. And also the seller was ridiculous. He wanted like, I think it was 11,000 comics for $25,000. But considering the condition they were all in, and they were all mostly like random run fillers from the middle of the 80s, that was insane. Should have been asking like 5 to 8,000 or something. Anyways, cool video. So I'm editing a video right now. Top 5 not to buy, trying to get back in the swing of things. I recorded it last night, trying to edit it today was really tough, watching the kiddo and trying to edit. So I did mostly get it done. It's going to be a fun video. If you guys liked the alternate version, the hype man, if you guys liked the Ghostbusters intro, I'm trying to do a little thing with this one. I will say it involves time travel. So that was fun. And I'm also going to try to do the comic list video, like how to make a comic list, how to collect a more concise collection. I got to think of a good title for that. So I'm going to do that too. Let's see. I'm all cashing out here on Friday night. So, yeah, so that's what I have coming up. I will be sending this out to the winner, winning channel. Hopefully I'll get a hold of him, and hopefully he wants it, or you can tell me what to do with it. Yeah, pretty much that's right. It was a bunch of shitty comics, but to me the more interesting part was seeing just the storage and everything. And then, yeah, all these comic books are going to be going out to DC Irish. Lazy ass couldn't be here today. He's like sick or something. No, I'm just kidding. Just messing with him. So these are all going to be going out. And, got a signed comic book in there. First appearance of Sergeant Slaughter, all that stuff. So those are all going out to DC Irish. He'll get those. Don't send Bookworm Man. He's going to eat the comic. Hopefully not. Have a good night. Yeah, have a great night. I will probably talk to you later, Annie. As I sign off here soon. So yeah, those are going to get sent off. I'm tired. I'm going to get some rest. Trying to think if there's anything else I was going to say before I signed off, though. Basically, yeah, be good to each other. I am a nerdhood alpha, like Don Cates. I read comics and do dope shit. Just saying. HTX, hold it down till we drown. Love your channel. Man, that's cool. Thank you, man. Sorry, I still have like COVID foggy brain too, guys. So sorry, I'm not a little more exciting. But that's a wonderful compliment. I appreciate it. Do you have another auction soon, or will it be something on Whatnot? I'm hoping it's on Whatnot. I wanted to wait till like maybe tax return season to do something. If I'm gonna do an auction, like on YouTube. If I don't get on Whatnot, I will definitely do one more auction, and then I'm just gonna have to start slanging on eBay. It's just how it has to be. DC Irish seems to have become my arch nemesis. Yeah, it's kind of funny. By the way, man, I'm glad to see you back up and around. I know I saw you uploaded a video. I need to go watch that. But I'm glad to see you back up. Somebody hit me up and said, "Hey, he hasn't posted a video in a while." I was like, you're right. So I kind of looked into where I know you from and stuff, and saw you hadn't been around, and yeah, that's too bad, man. I know how it goes. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. But yeah, this COVID shit's not fun. If you do catch it, if you're dealing with it, if you got family that's dealing with it, I wish you the best. Everybody out there, stay healthy. Do the proper precautions in your mind of what it is to prevent it from happening to you, or to minimize the effects of it if you get it. hopefully we all get over it and better soon, because it'd be real fun to have things return to normal, and comic book conventions and all that. Bronzopolis, please don't misrepresent, but I would like to see you do more rant videos. Rant. Yeah, but so I was just saying this earlier, so I respect that. Here's the thing, I get irritated super fucking easy. It is really easy to irritate me. It is extremely hard to make me mad, like actually mad. And that's the thing, is I have that kind of baseline irritation all the time. I'm a little bit like Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like, everything irritates me. But to actually make me mad is pretty rare. And also, just to be real for a second, like, I did rant about one topic, and I feel like in retrospect I handled that situation poorly. And I've kind of been taking that seriously ever since then, where I don't want to like be a negative channel on YouTube. I don't mind being negative at times. That's fine. I think as fans, we should all be able to be passionate, and that's passionate in a good way, in a positive way, and also be passionate in a negative way. But yeah, I like to be true to who I am. It would not be right for me to be ranting all the time, but I'm sure something will happen that'll cause me to rant again. Journey, we should have a panel of ranting on your channel one day. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be fun. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did do the rant. I can throw it up. Oh, this always does this. Why does that change the brightness every time I open it up? I mean, we can do the rant, guys. You guys want to rant? We can rant. This is the hat I wore when it was time to rant about the invisible comic that Bad Idea put out. And more importantly, CGC fucking slabbing that shit. So this is the rant time. Leave the negativity to me, brother. You be your bronze self. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm very cynical. So if you guys enjoy cynicism, I'll offer plenty of that. Send the same comic to 3 different graders. Should take a year. See how they differ. So other people have done that. I don't know. Look, let me put on my serious face here. I don't really know how much of a benefit that's going to be. Just looking for excuses to use more of these now. Now, look, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Gotta go back to that one before I leave. The only shitty thing about that is whatever one I leave it on is the one that comes on when I bring it back. I could do it. But like, should take a year, by the way. It should take longer. Like, I've had comics at CGC since May. So cute cat filter. Yeah, it's a cute little pussy. I'm talking about myself. That's weird. So yeah, I look like an MTV commercial without those weird graphics. I know what you're talking about. So I know you're old enough, Comic Journey, not in a bad way, like a well-seasoned, well-aged wine or something, right? Remember when MTV was cool? Remember when that shit was like fun? Man, that was cool back in the day. I remember when VH1 came out, I was like, sweet. Music videos. I miss those days. General Bronzissimo. Bronissimo. There we go. Bronzissimo? Yeah, I'm overthinking it. Watch the blood pressure. Yep. A lower grade comic. Yeah, I could do that for sure. I could do it, but like I think Brian's Comics just did that with a Nova 1, trying to get a 9.8. He did like 5 submissions to CGC, for example, and that's not the exact same thing. But I know Economics and Comics did the. What did he do? He did CBCS, PGX, and CGC, I think. Yeah, I want my MTV. I remember the Genesis video with the weird puppeteering with claymation, Ronald Reagan. Dude, yeah, like Paula Abdul, Opposites Attract. That was some weird shit too with the like dancing wolf. A lot of weird stuff. The Dire Straits video with the shitty computer animation. Aha, like there's just some weird shit. But anyways, when they played music, exactly. So yeah, I could do that. I'm not trying to shit on your idea for a video. I think it's a cool idea for a video. What do we actually learn from it though? Because I think like an experiment where I did the 9.6 CGC unboxing to me and submission, more importantly, to me that was almost more revealing. Like most of them still got a 9.8. So there's a lot of people out there like, oh, just because you do a 9.8 submission, they're all get 9.8s. Really? Well, how come since I did a 9.6 submission, they all didn't get 9.6s? I think CGC is a very interesting animal right now. And I know you're not just talking about CGC, but by the way, I've said this before, and I'm not trying to be like too self-promoting when I say this. If you guys do want to talk about video ideas, I'd love to do it on my Discord. That would be a very good place to talk about that, because you can throw out an idea and then other people can kind of like bounce it off of each other too. I'm kind of in like a weird spot where I'm trying to like figure out, okay, what kind of content do I really want to make? Because it's not going to be a lot of unboxings necessarily. Like there'll be a few big ones. But it's not just going to be like unboxing after unboxing after unboxing. So with that said, like I want to do a lot of videos to like help collectors, and I am willing to listen to ideas like that. So I'm going to take that in consideration. GT Key Comics says, Bronzopolis, I interpret your ranting as a learned comic collector who exposes comic industry market ass fuckery. Good word. The comic community needs Bronzopolis's rants. So that being said, please rant. Yeah, and I do. So the other thing I get close to with ranting is when it comes to like the comic hype stuff. And that's why I do the top 5 not to buy. That's where that comes from, is fighting FOMO with like anti-spec, basically. And yeah, like, so part of it is I don't really want to attack anybody. I don't want to attack anybody in the comic book creator community. Should be a better word for that. The comic book community that's like like a channel or a figure, not directly anyway. Like I have no interest in doing that. Like I just don't want to be like a hater on somebody. Now, because for me it's like, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? I will hate on the game, but I have to be careful not to hate on individuals. And it's not because I'm afraid to or anything. I just don't want to. It's not the kind of person I want to be. So that's where some of that has to be kind of careful. But I do like to rant about that stuff. Probably will be more rants about that. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, is like if people personally wrong me, sure, that's a different story. People that are just being silly out there, or they're doing stuff, and the thing is, if people are listening to them, that's where I want to talk about the concept more than I want to talk about the individual. We seriously should organize a panel of constructive criticism and all the stupid things going on in the comic book industry. Yeah, sure, dude, for sure. I would host that on my channel. You know, if you want to get some people together, if we want to get some people together, you know, I think especially some of the voices that don't get heard as much. I think that'd be fun. I'd be down for that. Um, and the key to me and what you say there is constructive criticism. Like, there's a lot of bitching and moaning in the comic community, and I get it, but I want to try to be part of a force to like, hey, here's what, and that's the other thing too. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I don't have a better suggestion than what's already happening, I try to just stay out of it because you know I'd be like, I don't like this. I don't know what I would do differently, but I don't like it. You know, I don't want to be that guy. But yeah, I'd be down for that. We could do that. I am more than happy to host that or whatever, or be part of that. That said, I do have a couple things coming up that I will talk about real fast for the 16 of you still watching or whatever. Yeah, well, I mean, that goes without saying. Of course, you get in an argument with him. You guys would just be hands going back and forth or whatever. It would be ridiculous. I would like to see a giant collab at the end of the year with a lot of that comic YouTubers. We can give out bronze awards just like MTV Movie Awards. Well, I mean, there already are comic book awards in the community, and I will also do like my my end of the year stuff for 2022 is going to be a little bit more robust than it was this year. I had plans to do more stuff, but I'm going to start making the pre-work of all that content earlier. You know, top 10 comics of the year, top 10 blah 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 of the year. As it is, I think I just did variant or homage covers and booty covers and purchases of the year. And I wanted to do like variant covers. I wanted to do like exclusives, even that kind of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and not just covers, not just, you know, but best writing, best stories, that kind of stuff. I wanted to do a lot more of that. So that'd be cool. Yeah, I like that idea, Johnny. Um, I'm gonna assume that you mean comic ethics panel. I am not gonna be volunteering for a comic ethnics panel. Um, just because it sounds bad. I'm all for ethnics in comics too, but I'm also all for ethics in comics. I think that's just probably a funny typo. Would be my guess. What the hell, man? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you for being here, dude. Uh, yeah, feeling slightly better, mostly about the same. Thank you for saying so. I appreciate it. I know, dude. Oh god, anybody watching this on a rewind, hopefully you know we're just playing here. We're just playing. Sicko's dying inside. All right, well, Comic Journey sounds like we gave you some fantastic content ideas for your future episodes coming up. No, so it sounds like, you know, I got that coming up. I'm going to be doing an interview on IG with Cobra Dad next week. It sounds like he's a primarily like a toy collector. So he asked me if I wanted to hop on and do something next week. I think next Thursday I'll post more if I know more. Well, I'm sure I will know more at some point. And then maybe part of a stream on Max von Priestley's channel, I think on the 26th, and I'll post more when I know more about that as well. So there's a couple things coming up. That'll be a very special stream that I think a lot of people are going to be on. Don't know what all I can say about it. I think it's pretty. I think I could say whatever I want about it, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to. But it should be fun. So yeah, that kind of stuff's going on. Yeah, there's been some ups and downs with that stuff, but yeah, we're getting there. Mutt. I'm like a European mutt for sure. Like all over. Whenever we did the family tree, it's like, oh, okay. Nothing was, super special. Figure drawing. You want to see what the AOK was? I got these from Starset. And this is kind of the last time I'll show this stuff off. Why not? Love showing it off. So you can do me a favor by going and following Starset Comics on IG. Links in the description below. Go follow him. I'm trying to get the glare off there as much as possible. He sent me this first appearance of Sauron, X-Men 60. Very, very cool comic book to get. He basically teased that to me. He's like, hey, is this a comic you're looking for or something like that? But he also did that for some other stuff, and he was like, hey, pay attention to my IG page because I'll be posting. He was posting all these crazy slabs, and I'm like, I don't know. Okay, like, I mean, you're gonna get there's no way it's any of this stuff, and sure enough, that was one of them. Did not expect it in that high of a grade, especially. And then this too. So trying to get that in the best light there. But that is a Hulk 180. First Wolverine in a 3.5 with a custom label. And geez. Just like, dude, like a shot to the nerd heart, man. Yeah, it's just incredible. So as much as that's all I can say. I'm literally speechless whenever whenever I think about it. So with that said, yeah, exactly, dude. It's ridiculous. So show some love to Starset Comics. We'll wish him well on his first Whatnot sale and every Whatnot sale he has after that, for that matter. We'll try to make it a good one though. And I think that's it, guys. Been live for like an hour and a half, so probably call it a night here. But I do hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. If you're watching on the rewind, props to you. This was definitely an interesting show, a little different. Hey, if this is fun, maybe I'll do this again sometime. I won't have this kind of stuff to show off, obviously, but maybe I'll do another like impromptu stream or something. But I hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. I know there's probably a lot of other comic content going on. I hope you guys all have good luck in your Whatnot sales and Whatnot auctions that you attend and all that kind of stuff too over the weekend. But I will have a video popping up hopefully tomorrow. So you guys can check that out as well. And then I'll be live again next Wednesday. I do a live show every Wednesday night around 8 or 9. I usually change it up and make it as early as I possibly can. So you can come check that out as well. And once again, Starset Comics, his IG is in the description below. Go follow him. Go follow him on Whatnot. My Whatnot is in the link, the description below. You can follow that. If you're looking for Gemini Comic Supplies, I have a discount, Bronze Age Nerd 5. It's in the description as well. Plus, you can follow the link. It helps me out if you do buy from there. Also, you can save 10% at dangerouswaterscomics.com by using the code BRONZE10. So all kinds of cool things you guys can do to save money, to help support other people in the comic book community. I do appreciate everybody that participated in the hashtag comickarma video. That was really fun. I'm excited to ship off the prizes to the winners so they can kind of check that stuff out. I'll try to throw in something for DC Irish on top of what I'm already sending off to him, for example. And hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I hope everybody's staying safe and feeling better if you are dealing with COVID or have COVID in your family right now. And yeah, have a good night, everybody. I will catch you